I heard you got some items that are too hot to hold and you want to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. Not only do you want to sell them once, you want to sell it again and again and again. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do exactly that. I'll cover a full tutorial on how to sell to Facebook Marketplace even if you don't have a Facebook account. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll share 2 of my favorite places to get items that you can sell for Facebook Marketplace to turn a huge profit. Alright, the first thing you want to do is navigate to facebook.com. I prefer to do this on the desktop browser, but you can also do it on your phone. The process is exactly the same. So if you already have an account, go ahead and log in. If you don't, let's go ahead and create an account. You can just do that by clicking here. Go ahead and fill out all your information and your account will be all set up once you hit sign up. Since I already have a Facebook account, I went ahead and logged into it. And some of this is blurred out, but it's not what you need. What you need to do is navigate to the top and look at this icon that says Marketplace. However, if you just made a new account, this icon will not be there. I repeat, if you just made an account, this icon will not be there on desktop or on mobile. The reason for that is Facebook has a waiting period for all new accounts before they allow them access to Facebook Marketplace. They do this so new people can't come in and make a bunch of accounts and then sign up for Facebook Marketplace and then go ahead and spam the entire ecosystem. And honestly, I prefer it that way because it allows for, once you finally get in, a better marketplace with more people, more trustworthy people, and better sellers. However, what are you going to do if you want to speed up that process? Basically, you have to make yourself look like a real person to Facebook. So go ahead and add people, go ahead and join groups, comment, like on a few posts here or there. I'd say it takes generally about a month. For me, it took 1 or 2 months. It felt like forever, but now that I have it, it's really nice. So once you've finally gone through that process and you've unlocked it, go ahead and click on the marketplace. And as you can see, it'll come up with a bunch of suggested items. Now, this is a really powerful feature, I find, because the algorithms are on point and it'll allow you to pick up really good deals about things that you're specifically looking for. Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm looking for some solar panels and stuff. And this is actually a really good deal on solar panels. I've been debating looking at this guy. But this is where your listings will be featured for other people if you fill out the listing correctly. What we need to do if we want to sell an item is go over to the left where it says create new listing, click plus, and then here's where it's going to give us some options. So for the most part, we're going to be selling items, but vehicles have their own separate category. There's also a place for job openings and renting. We're going to go ahead and click item because that's going to be the easiest to do. Once we're at the item, the first thing is adding photos. Now this, I would say, is the most important part because photos are what people are going to look at in your listing. Now don't be tempted to just go out and grab a stock photo from the internet because real photos actually make people much more likely to click on your image. It's easy to tell whether or not something is a stock image you got off Google versus a photo you took yourself, and people who are looking to meet up on Facebook Marketplace want to know that this is the actual item they're going to get, that a person actually has it in hand. So take some real photos and then go ahead and upload them here. For demonstration purposes, I'll go ahead and pull up some photos. Alright, so I have my photos pulled up here in my file explorer, but as you can see, they're sideways. So when I click on it and it opens in photos, it'll come up sideways. What I want to do to change that is, if I'm in Windows, I can just click this button up here and rotate it. And what that'll actually do, if we look, is it'll rotate it in the actual file itself. So we don't have to do anything to save it, it'll just automatically keep and rotate that. Now if you click on it and it doesn't open up with the Photos app, what you can do is right click and say open with, and then click the Photos app right there. And this is on Windows 10. So since it's going to default open for me, it might do that for you as well depending on your preferences. I'm just going to go ahead and rotate all these images so they're facing up. And then now comes time to picking the featured image. I'm going to go ahead and use this one right here since it shows the phone with all of the accessories. And if you want to rearrange them, you can just drag and drop. It is super simple. Next thing, you're going to want to click title, and this is very important. And the title is going to be the biggest thing that Facebook uses to rank your listing. So you want to include all the important details. This is going to be iPhone 11 with charger and case. And I'm just going to go ahead and capitalize charger case. There's one. Now it comes time to set the price. This is going to be a feeling out process for each individual item. One thing you can do is search Facebook Marketplace for similar listings and try to price match to those. Another thing you can do is just price it for whatever you think it's going to sell at. Just because you list it for a certain price, if you're doing a local meetup, now if you're shipping, I'll get to that later, you don't have to stick to the price. But if you're not, you can always take the listing down and redo it. I'd say it's better to aim for too high and then bring it down than aim for too low and then sell it for less than you're willing to take. However, if you list it at a price and someone instantly buys it and you're happy to get rid of it, it's a win-win for both people. So just for the purpose of this video, I'll go $4.99. Nope. Category, cell phones, condition, used like new. This is very good condition. Description, this is going to be where people click. I wouldn't say leave this blank, but it's not super important. You can say how long you've had the item, just describe it a little bit. If there's any things that people look for in specific items, I know in electronics, no scratches, no cracks, good condition. Those are some of the things they're looking for. I'm just going to type up a short sample description. Alright, so this is my description, and you can do product tags. This is not as important, but it will help boost your listings in the recommended results for Facebook, and it would help it sell faster. So just some tags: Apple, iPhone, phone, and I do like 3 to 5, which is fine. It's not really a huge deal. Next is where we're going to add shipping, which is very interesting. So you can do just local pickup. However, if you've been a seller on Facebook Marketplace for long enough, it will give you the options to turn on shipping. And I would highly recommend it because Facebook is trying to promote this right now. They're trying to get more people to use this feature. So they'll actually advertise your products for free to people all over the world who are willing to pay for shipping. And you have to maybe, I think, link it with PayPal. But the payment system goes very well. It's super easy. If you've ever sold anything, it's going to print off a label for your box, you package it up and send it. If you want a specific video on how to ship on Facebook Marketplace, drop a comment down or leave a like and I'll consider it. But this is where you're going to fill out the info for shipping. Shipping and local pickup is usually the best option because you'll be able to get most. Prepaid. The defaults are pretty easy. This last option, allow offers. If you're willing to take less than what you list it for, you can do allow offers. This is where it will allow you to sell on other groups you're in. Honestly, I'd say this is kind of a waste of time. It's not really worth joining other small yard sale groups or whatever, but you can if you want, and then go ahead and list it there. The final step would be to click publish. Since this is just demonstration and I'm not actually selling an iPhone right now, I'm not going to click publish. I'm just going to exit out. But that is everything you need to know in order to sell on Facebook Marketplace. The last step would be actually meeting up with somebody or shipping an item. So I'll cover that briefly, and then for those who stuck around this far, I'll get into my bonus tips for the best places to buy items. When it comes to meeting up people to buy from or sell to on Facebook Marketplace, it's a super simple process. If you have a listing, people will start messaging you. I would say don't get too attached to each listing. A lot of the times people are just messaging not because they're serious, but rather because they want to see if it's available or not, and they're really just kind of shopping around. Personally, I've been guilty of doing this as a shopper on Facebook Marketplace. I'll message someone, but I don't really have an intention of meeting up with or buying from them. So as a seller, you have to be aware of that and just sort of filter through the people. I usually do this by, if they message, hey, this available, I'll say, yes, are you interested? And if they don't respond to that, I just kind of leave them. Or if they say, yes, I'm interested, I'll start pushing for a good place and time to meet, as well as discussing the price. Just because if you cut straight to the point, it will get rid of a lot of people who are going to waste your time. Now, if someone purchases from you and they want to get it shipped to them, it's super simple. All you're going to have to do is sit back and wait for that to happen, and then you'll get a notification and money will show up in your account. After that, you'll be able to follow the prompts on Facebook, and they will tell you how to print off your shipping label. And all you need to do is take your item, put it in a box, you can tape the shipping label to it, and it'll already be paid, it'll already be set through Facebook's system, so you can go ahead and send it off. Personally, I prefer to do just local pickup because usually it's cash, so you don't have to worry about shipping. Also, it's instant, and you don't really have to worry about if someone's going to try to return the item if it's not exactly perfect, or if they're trying to scam you out of your item and get a refund. That's something that happens. I'm not sure how common it is on Facebook. I'd say it's more common on eBay so far, just because Facebook is a lot more personal. So for those warriors who made it to the very end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and share my best tips for places to buy items to sell on Facebook. Number one is going to be surplus sales at colleges or universities. So when students move out, universities collect all of their old stuff. When the departments end up upgrading every other year for new computers, for new laptops, for new iPads, iPhones, most often they're going to end up in the university surplus sale. I know of at least 3 universities near where I live that actually do this, and they have different policies. Some of them have a year-round store, some of them do a monthly thing, but search around and see if you're near a university, and you can probably pick up some items for much cheaper than you would think, like $25 laptops that may or may not be working, but if you buy 5 of them and half of them work, well, it's really easy to turn a profit that way, and there are a lot of people who do that. The next thing is going to be Amazon returns. So if you Google for Amazon return pallets, you can get huge quantities of items that were shipped back to Amazon, and instead of Amazon relisting them themselves, they'll sell them out in bulk in these return pallets. So you can spend $200 to $300 on a pallet and you'll get a bunch of items back. What you can do from there is set up a listing on Facebook Marketplace and individually ship those items out. And that's going to complete the video today. If you like what you see, all the YouTube stuff down below, like, comment, subscribe, helps a ton. Anyways, peace.